Hello, I'm Abby and I work for UCCF, the Christian Unions, supporting students in universities and campuses across the Northwest. And our mission is to give every student the opportunity to hear and respond to the gospel. And obviously, like many things, that has been a lot more challenging this year. I know lots of us have found this year hard, and that's been no different for both us at UCCF and the students that we work with. Lots of the students are now suffering significantly worse mental health and are getting tired, as well as having to move all of their normal things, both lectures and Christian Union missions, online and things like that, and the innovation that takes. It was actually only recently I was in a student committee meeting for one of the Christian Unions as we were looking to think about our new student leaders and who would take on for them, when one of the students noted that the committee as it stands now has never once met in person together to plan things. So just a brief overview of what this year has looked like. Back in March I had the privilege of being part of a student mission events week at University, where they were inviting their friends to an upstairs room in a pub over food and lunch to think and discuss and ask questions about the gospel and hear talks preached on that. And as I say, that was a week of events finishing on Friday, and by the following Monday all of the universities had closed. At that time, things all had to be moved online. We had to relearn how to do a lot of things, like many of us have been in this time. And while there have been huge encouragements and fruit throughout the year, there have also been frustrations. So shortly after, I was put on furlough in April for 4 months. And then fast forward onto August, we moved our big annual student training conference that we do each year online as well. Students have been continuing to innovate online events. Over Christmas we saw virtual carol services, virtual parties, we saw films and deliveries of Christmas packs and things like that, and baked goods around campuses, and we saw gingerbread house making competitions, testimonies, talks, spoken word videos, all being sent out with the gospel message as well. Christian Unions are primarily operating through small group Bible study at the moment, so in the hope that when we can meet in person, these will be groups of up to 6 people to be relational and missional communities on their campus, giving people both the hope and the community that they need in isolation at the moment. As for me right now, I'm back on part-time furlough. So as universities are primarily closed again now, coupled with financial implications that this has had for UCCF as well from the virus, I'm back down to working 3 days a week on part-time furlough for the other 2. And so I'd love you to stand in prayer with us at the moment for a few different things as we look to continue our mission and still be able to get the message out there. Firstly, for the students that we're working with, pray particularly for their mental health. They are doing incredibly well with creative ideas for mission, but they are also tired, and lots of them are really struggling with mental health as well. Pray also for their mission. Lancaster University have mission events across 3 weeks coming up this year in February that will primarily be online. Something we found is that it's a lot harder to engage new people and reach out to them when they're online. So when we have seen responses and fruit, it is often harder to follow that up and to meet new people. Pray also for the new student leaders that are coming in that have largely never seen in-person mission events or Christian Union leadership or anything like that other than being online. Pray also for myself and other staff as we get used to new furlough rhythms and what that means for us, how we prioritise well in the days that we do have at work, the time that we are able to spend with students. as well as using the rest of our time wisely. And also for our finances as well, this has been a hard year for many, UCCF inclusive. So do pray as we are on furlough for the sustainability of this work and the mission that we're doing in the longer term future that we have as well. We want to not end up with a lost generation of students or an unsustainable work at the end. So do pray for us in these things, pray for continued encouragement and fruit where there has been already, and peace and encouragement in the challenges as well. Thanks everyone.